So, ladies and gentlemen, dear students, I welcome you very much to our next lecture, Scientific Presentations in Biology. Today is close to our last lecture. That's why I was selecting for scientific presentations things that are very, very important. You remember that you're giving a lecture or a talk on a presentation or whatever, and a lecture is finished by a discussion. The audience will say something. You remember that it is very kind if you say something, something like that. Exactly. Absolutely. Or precisely. You may react to someone who's saying something, you are perfectly right. I quite agree with you, or I couldn't agree more. So these are very, very kind responses. And of course you can just, or you have to structure your talk. It is very important, and that's why I read this as well. You have to say something that's including your talk in the genre. As my previous speaker has explained, as my next speaker will point out. So this is very important, and in my talk I'm going to present 3 experiments. First, second and third. I've just taught you about, now I'm going to. This is very, very important as well. You have to include your talk in the general presentation. With that, I would like to stop at this point and continue with our very, very interesting biochemistry. So remember that last time we were just interrupted, and I would like to read the text once more. The plant-specific domain might mediate interaction of the proenzyme with phospholipid membranes, as was demonstrated for procardiosin A. However, the plant-specific insert is not essential for the enzyme activity, as has been shown by an insert-taking mutant of an aspartic protein. In contrast to animal aspartic proteases with known functions in development and pathogenesis, such as cancer and Alzheimer's disease, knowledge of the function of plant aspartases is rare. So you see over there our mutant and the surface of the seed. With that, I would like to jump, however, to our vocabulary. So remember, left side English, right side German, and I think I read both. And biochemistry is very important as far as you understand what's written over there, but the pronunciation is different in German. domain, Domäne. To mediate, vermitteln, and interaction means Interaktion in German. Phospholipid, you can read this over there, means in German Phospholipid. Membrane, die Membran. Enzyme activity, Enzymaktivität. To lack, fehlen. Mutant, die Mutante. Involvement, Beteiligung. And here just diseases are coming. Cancer, Krebs. Acid disease means Krankheit. And I would pronounce this as Alzheimer disease, means in German Alzheimer oder Alzheimer-Krankheit. So you see it over there, I like this so much. It's a bilayer of a membrane, you see it over here, and remember that yellow arrow means transport as possible, for oxygen for instance, and impossible, you see it over there, for ions for instance. It's absolutely impossible the flux through a membrane. So I like this cartoon very much, but I have to jump to our vocabulary. So what do we need to learn? Saprophytic means saprophytisch. We know fungus and fungi, pilze and pilze. Hydrolytic means hydrolytisch. Polysaccharide means polysaccharide. You see it over there. That's a beautiful polysaccharide over there. So let's jump back. Starch carbohydrate, Speicherkohlenhydrat, and tuber, Wurzelknolle. Cereal means Getreide. Maniok is a special cereal. Chain, die Kette. Very important is alpha-lemodextrin, means alpha against dextrin. Alpha-lemodextrin, alpha against dextrin. The bond, die Bindung, and to confine, begrenzen. So, of course, we have to read more. Discrete, getrennt oder eigenständig. To anchor, verankern. Aberrant means abweichend. Very complicated syntony, and I should explain what is it. What is syntony? Gemeinsamkeiten in der Reihenfolge von Genen, Maß für die genetische Freundschaft von Arten, means syntony. And biochemistry says a lot of abbreviations, Abkürzungen, are coming. A few ones are written over there. GPI means glucosylphosphatidylinositol. HAMM, so we should keep this in mind. Hidden Markov model means HMM, and SBD, very important, starch binding domain. GPI, HMM, and SPD. These are very important abbreviations, and I suggest that we keep them in mind. So, let's jump to our vocabulary. Of course, we have to learn more. Amino acid means Aminosäure. Aromatic means aromatisch. Bilayer, you see it over there, is in German Doppelschicht oder auch bilayer. Biodegradable, biologisch abbaubar. And very important, biosynthesis was a beautiful, beautiful date, biosynthese. So I suggest to continue here. Branched means verzweigt. Very important is carbohydrate, Kohlenhydrat. Carbon, der Kohlenstoff. Carrier, Träger. Catalysis, Katalyse. Channel ist auf Englisch der Kanal. Decompose, zusammensetzen. Und very closely related, composition, die Zusammensetzung. So with that, I'd like to make a break and talk on grammar, because it's very important to know the grammar. And this time I have used relative clauses, means Relativsätze. So you know that you can recognize this by relative pronomen, that or which. And then you expect relative clauses. So, when should we use this? It is written over there. Mit einem Relativsatz kann eine nähere Beschreibung der Information des Hauptsatzes angefügt werden. Häufig wird im Relativsatz that, we know this already, als Subjekt oder Objekt für Organismen oder auch Gegenstände verwendet. So, it is very interesting, but when should we use this? It is written out there in wissenschaftlichen Präsentationen oder auch in Publikationen sollten Relativsätze selten verwendet werden. Okay. Im Zweifelsfall ist es empfehlenswert, lieber zwei Sätze zu bilden. Gut. Kurze und Antwortsätze sind sowohl in Vorträgen als auch in wissenschaftlichen Artikeln schneller und leichter verständlich. Gut, dann nehmen wir das erstmal zur Kenntnis. Nichtsdestotrotz sind zwei Beispiele hier, and I suggest read this. X's slide is one of several abiotic stressors that induce the generation of reactive oxygen species. So, sie treffen es, ich könnte auch zwei Sätze bilden. Okay, aber naja. Our second example is coming over here. Heat leads to solubilization of membranes that affects processes as photosynthesis and photoinhibition. Auch hier können wir ein Seite binden, aber es ist so elegant und ein bisschen auch deutsch, ein Relativsatz zu bevorzugen. So, of course, you have to know a lot of vocabulary, and it's coming out there. So, what should we know? Compound, die Verbindung. Degradation means Abbau. Desaturation, Desaturierung. Very important is dimer, dimer. Electron means electron. Fluidity, fluidity. And glycolipid, das Glycolipid. Very important is glucose, and here you see, for example, when reading this, it is familiar to us, but the pronunciation is different. Glucose means glucose. Gradient, inorganic means anorganisch. Intermediate, zwischen oder auch das Zwischenprodukt. Kinetics, Kinetik. And lipid ist das Lipid. So, of course, we need to know more. And you see it over there. Membrane potential, das Membranpotential. Metabolismus oder auch Stoffwechsel. Methionine, Biotin. I have to laugh a little bit. I was going to a conference in Sweden, and I didn't know how to pronounce this, Biotin. And in Hamburg, I was meeting an English-speaking person. I said, hey, could you explain this? How should I pronounce this? And the person said, I'm a handyman, I have no idea. So I had to go to Sweden without knowing that. We know this due to the lecture. Methionine is methionine. So, if we read monomer ist Monomer. Nucleic acid, Nukleinsäure. Organic, organisch. Und Pathway, Verlauf oder Pfad. Permeability ist die Permeabilität. And another type of vocabulary. Saprophytic means saprophytisch. We know meanwhile fungus and fungi, Pilze and Pilze. Hydrolytic means hydrolytisch. Polysaccharide, we read this already, polysaccharide. And starch carbohydrate, Speicherkohlenhydrat. So, these are a few words that we know. Tuber, die Wurzelknolle. Cereal, Getreide. And we know manioc, Maniok. We know that chain is die Kette. And we are specialists in alpha limit dextrin. And now it's alpha genstrexin. So, more vocabulary. It's coming here. Bond, die Bindung. Dick und fein, begrenzen. Discrete, getrennt oder auch eigenständig. To anchor, verankern. Aberrant, abweichend. And synteny. I think we don't have to read this because we are specialists in synteny. And of course a lot of abbreviations are waiting for us. And with that I think we are specialized as well. We know that GPI is glucosyl phosphatidylinositol. We know HMM, very important, hidden Markov model, and SPBD means starch binding domain. So, with that I would like to interrupt you to our text. What could we read? The polyaspartic proteinase phytopsin, which is homologous to cathepsin D, shows high expression during the development of tertiary elements and sieve cells, indicating involvement in the autolysis of plant cells and transcription of the tomato aspartic proteinase LESPBP is induced by application of methylisminate to leaves and by wounding, indicating that the function of the enzyme is a systemic wound response protein. So you see a lot of blue words are waiting for us, and we can read this over there. Barley means Gerste. Homologous, homolog. And tracheally means Tracheen, eigentlich im Sommer. Sieve cell, Siebzelle. Autolysis, Autolysis oder auch Autolyse. Transcription, Transkription. Tomato ist die Tomate. And application, Applikation oder auch Auftragung. Very important is methylisminate. You know this, it's methylisminate. Leaf and leaves, we can just say, hey, we know this, blood and bladder. Wounding, die Verwundung kennen wir eigentlich auch. And systemic means systemisch. So, I said this, we have to learn a lot in biochemistry, and I think we continue over there. Conserved, konserviert. We continue with aspartate, aspartat. Residue, der Rest. To synthesize, synthetisieren. Inactive means inactive. And proenzyme is das Proenzym. Let's continue. N-terminal and terminal. The signal means in German Signal. Peptide ist das Peptid. Prodomain, Prodomaine. Intermolecular, intermolecular. Inhibitor means inhibitor. to maintain, sichern oder auch gewährleisten. Internal means intern. Stability, die Stabilität. Folding, in English it is in German falten oder auch Faltung. And insert is insert. Amino acid, Aminosäure. C-terminal, you see it over there, means C-terminal, and microbial is microbial. And we have to know more. We know already compounds, Zusammensetzung, and composition, die Zusammensetzung. Compound ist die Verbindung. Degradation, der Abbau. Desaturation, die Saturierung. We are familiar with dimer, you see this. And electron, das Elektron. We know that enzyme ist das Enzym. Fluidity, Fluidität. We are familiar with folding, falten. Glycolipid, Glycolipid in German. Glucose, Glucose. And gradient, der Gradient. So, of course we have to fulfill exercises as well. What are our exercises? We have to read the text and we have to look for keywords. We have to prepare an English presentation of the article and we are allowed to use the keywords. We are expected not reading the word text once more, and we have to discuss what we've heard. We are in our exercise asked to repeat what we've seen in our figures. Yes, you remember. And we have to discuss the figures. So, thinking a little bit on that, we use the time between to read our vocabulary as well. Okay, inorganic means anorganisch. Intermediate, zwischen oder auch Zwischenprodukt. Kinetics, Kinetik. Lipid, das Lipid. Membrane, die Membran. Membrane Potential ist das Membranpotential. Metabolismus oder auch Stoffwechsel. We are familiar with methionine. Monomer means monomer. Nucleic acid, Nukleinsäure. Organic, organisch. And pathway, der Pfad oder auch Verlauf. So, with that, I would like to stop at this point. I say cheers to you and look forward to our next lecture.